So far in this New Year Reset series, we've talked about orientation, grounding, desire, and devotion. We've talked about choosing wisely, listening deeply, and placing our energy with intention. But today, we'll bring it all home because a year doesn't actually live in your plans. It doesn't live in your intentions, your goals, or even your clarity. The year lives in your days. It lives in how you wake up, how you move through your morning, how you pause when something feels off, how you come back to yourself when life interrupts your best intentions. So today's episode is about embodiment, about what it looks like to carry the energy of the year into ordinary moments without burning out, abandoning yourself, or constantly feeling like you need to reset the reset. We're talking about sustainable rhythm, about nervous system consistency, about small, repeatable practices that actually fit real life. Because if your practices don't fit your life, the truth is they won't last. Today is not about doing more. It's about learning how to live inside the energy you've already chosen. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hello, hello, lovelies, and welcome back. Welcome back to the Sovereign Goddess podcast. This is your host, Abigail Mensah Bonsu. And for those of you who don't know me or this is your first time finding yourself here, my mission is to help women remember who they really are, remember their power so that they can express their full light in this life. I love what I do. And being this podcast host is one of the highlights because I get to reach you. I get to share little pieces of the magic so that you can take it and immediately go apply it into your life to uplift, to change, to heal, to evolve, whatever it is that you need, but so that you can use it in your life immediately. So, if you've been following this series, so we started this year with a beautiful series to help you get ready for this powerful year that we're about to enter through the fire horse. And so, like we've went back, we've talked about the nervous system where we talked about listening to the invitation of where you should put your energy, how to choose wisely. We've talked about all the different ways to help you become successful this year in your life and in any other areas of your life. And of course, we can't, you can't talk about all these energies and not come back home to embodiment because that's what it's really all about, right? How do we live it? How do we live the teachings? One thing about me that is very hard to do, it's hard for me to come out and teach something that I haven't lived yet. And it is to a fault because I keep hearing you just need to go out there and share it anyways and share if someone needs it. But I have to live it. That's just who I am. Because when I live it, I get it. I gain wisdom from it. So when I show up, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like it just there's something there, all the goals, intentions, all that we're looking forward to experiencing this year, we need to find a place in our lives for it, a place in our bodies, which we did that in a previous episode, but now we need to find a place in our lives for it. So what rituals, what practices are you going to put in place that will support this vision that you've chosen, this goal, this intention that you have chosen to experience this year? This year might feel very fast paced for a lot of people. We're dealing with fire energy on top of horse energy. It's going to feel like go, go, go. Actually, I just talked to one of my friends and, she started January and she was telling me that it felt very grounded. And she's like, yeah, if this is how the rest of the year is going to be, I'm good. And then February kicked in and she's feeling the energy. And when she first told me about, January being calm, and I was like, the year hasn't even started yet. The horse hasn't even rolled in yet. The fire horse is not in yet now in February. I'm getting that most of you are starting to feel that fire horse energy come through. Going into the first 2 weeks of February, we're still going to be releasing through the wood snake, right? It's still the energy of healing and releasing, but you're going to start feeling this quickening, this inspiration, this activation. I like that. This activation moving in behind that. It's very interesting. And also, this is going to look different for everyone. What is your year going to be like for you? One of the ways to figure out the energy of the year for you personally is to look in numerology. What is your personal year number? Go take a look at it. One of my favorite numerologists is Felicia Benda. You can go to her website, and she actually has a calculator to help you figure out, your numerology, but also your personal year number. And then you can read all about it. She does forecast about it. It's beautiful. It gives you the beat of what the year will be like for you. I'm all about being present on this journey. In this case, we're taking it like year by year, right? Being present in your journey, being present in your life, being present in your body. It's very important that all that we're learning finds a place, finds a home within ourselves, within our lives, because that's how we get to experience it. That's how it becomes real. So here's the thing: embodiment is not something that we do occasionally. It's not something that we pop in and do a little bit and then go. It's supposed to be a daily thing. It's a practice that we need to be aware of. We need to be conscious. It's something that we choose in any given time in the day to come back to ourselves. We meet it every day through how we wake up, how we choose to pause throughout the day, whether you take a deep breath in or you step outside a little bit to go get the sun on your skin, get the breeze, or how we also recalibrate, right? Do you get a massage? Do you go for a run? All of this is about embodiment. We need to start seeing embodiment as this one thing. Usually it's like how it's defined. It's about coming home to yourself and actually beginning to see it as a journey. Like it is this continuous journey, and we get to step into it in so many different ways, in both small and bigger ways. And they're the small steps that we take that really matter, because when we choose a practice that help us to come home to ourselves over and over and over again, those stick. Right. So if your practices don't fit your real life, they're not going to last. I talked about that earlier. So the practices that you choose to help you return back to yourself this year is very important. It's not about how big it is. Okay. It can be very small practice. Maybe you choose to pause in the middle of your day to just take a couple of deep breaths in. Maybe that's the practice you get to implement this year to bring you back home. Again, we're talking about the fire horse here. I've been focused on just the fire horse, but there's other astrology, cosmic stuff going on that makes this year just whew, like we all need to find our grounding. We all need to come home. We need to find a way to return back to ourselves. Or we get pulled away from ourselves and we forget our path. We forget our heart. We forget our vision, and we fall into the confusion of everything else. We're talking about this now so you can get something in place before the energy kicks up, and it's starting to already, but we still have the opportunity to. Remember, even the smallest actions you take matter. Some of the smallest actions you take create the biggest impact. So, next, let's look at nervous system consistency, right? The body doesn't need more motivation, it needs practicality and safety. This is the whole thing about the nervous system. Going back to choosing the practices that you can fit into your life that can bring you back home. The more you do these practices, the more your nervous system feels safe with it, which means that the more that it sticks. It's predictable. So it sticks, and your body starts to crave these practices, whether it's yoga, going for a walk, taking a deep breath in, stretching. What is it? Like listening to music, journaling, reading. What is it? Whatever you do that brings you back to your true self, to the core of who you are, If you keep doing it, it's going to feel safe to your nervous system. Consistency is reassurance to your nervous system. Remember that. The nervous system commits when it feels held, not pushed. The nervous system commits when it feels held, not pushed. Let's talk about micro rituals, micro practices as power. Micro rituals might include, 3 conscious breaths. I keep mentioning breaths. I think this is going to be huge this year. If you're catching these episodes, if you're called to this episode, it might be a hand on the heart, right? Connecting to your heart. It might be something that you say to help you ground. It might be a way that, something that you do to check in with your body, bringing in your senses. All of these are a little rituals that you can do to bring you back to you. Remember, these are not small, they're structural. They're integral part of establishing, being rooted, anchored into yourself this year when it feels like everything is spinning out of control. So remember, this year, it's less about how fast you can go or how fast you can create something. Basically, it's less about the speed and more about self-trust, grounding, anchoring, returning back to yourself, nervous system recalibration, steadiness, and presence. It is more about these pillars right here. Because remember, we're going to already have that momentum with the fire and the horse and everything else that is coming into alignment. But it's going to require you to be present with yourself in your journey so you don't find yourself being lost. The practice of the meditation I'm going to walk you guys through, it's going to help you ground and also recalibrate. So you're going to be able to check in with yourself and recalibrate. A simple practice to help you recalibrate on a daily basis. And you can do this once or twice a day, kind of dropping in and checking in. You can ask yourself, where am I in my body right now? Where am I in my body right now? Closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in. You can practice that right now. Where am I in my body right now? Or what does my system need to return to center? What does my system or my body need in order to return to center? Remember, when we pause to recalibrate, this is how we maintain our balance. So, let's do some journaling prompts first to kind of get us in the energy. So go ahead and grab your journal, your pen. And the first question is, what does consistency feel like in my body? Not in my mind, in my body. What does consistency feel like in my body? If you need time to answer these questions, feel free to pause the video and then press play again when you're ready. The second question is, what small practice actually fits my real life? Again, this question really allows you to choose the practices that align with you more so than the ones that you think you should be doing. They're the ones that by the end of February, it's like you're not doing it anymore, right? You got to choose the simple practices that fit in your life, that you can do consistently, that your body will also enjoy. And in order to do that, you have to check in with your body. So what small practice actually fits my real life? The third one is, where am I overreaching? And what would gentleness look like instead? Where am I overreaching? And what would gentleness look like instead? The last one is, how can I meet myself daily without pressure? How can I meet myself daily without pressure? I want you to just free write, like free flow write. Take in some deep breaths and allow whatever wants to come through without trying to correct things. Like just let it come through you. Let the wisdom that is already within you come through your pen onto the paper. And most importantly, listen to this wisdom. Whatever practices show up, maybe it catches you off guard. You're like, huh, I never thought of that, right? Follow through with it. Trust it. Trust that wisdom. Okay, with that said, go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to move into the meditation. So take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and begin to breathe into your body, breathe into your heart. Go ahead and find a comfortable position, whether it's seated, standing, or laying down, whichever feels comfortable for you. And close your eyes. Now begin by noticing your breath. Just observing it. Notice where the breath moves in your body. Notice its pace. Now take one slow inhale through your nose and a long exhale through your mouth. Again, slow inhale through your nose and a long exhale through your mouth. And let the exhale soften your shoulders. Let it signal to your nervous system that you don't need to be anywhere else right now. And bring your awareness down into your feet and feel your connection to the earth, to the ground beneath you. And imagine the weight of your body being received and held. And now place one hand somewhere that feels grounded, whether that is your heart, your belly, your chest, or on your thighs. Let that touch be a point of contact, a reminder that you are here. And now gently bring the year to mind. And remember, not as a list of goals or the plans, but as an energy. Really see, sense, or feel 2026. It's energy. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And then ask yourself quietly, what does this year feel like in my body right now? What does this year feel like in my body right now? Remember, there's no right answer to this. Whatever comes through is exactly what needs to come through. You might notice warmth, heaviness, curiosity, or resistance. Whatever you notice, just let it be enough. And now imagine inviting the energy of the year into this exact moment. Not into the future, not into a better version of you, just into now. And let the year settle into your breath, into your chest, into your belly. You don't have to carry it all at once. This year, only asks to be met one moment at a time. Now, go ahead and silently say this to yourself. I meet this year here. I meet this year here. I meet it in this breath, and I meet it in my body. I meet this year here. I meet it in this breath. I meet it in my body. And notice what happens when you stop trying to hold the whole year and instead let it live in this moment. If you notice any tension within your body, gently ask, what does my nervous system need right now to feel steady? What does my nervous system need right now to feel steady? Perhaps it's a deeper breath, a small shift in posture, a softening of the jaw. Go ahead and make that adjustment. No fixing, just listening. This is recalibration. This is how consistency is built. Now stay here for a few breaths, letting the body learn what it feels like to return without urgency. And here's a blessing for this year. Receive this within your heart. As this new year opens, I arrive gently. I do not rush to define it. I do not demand clarity before I am ready. I meet this beginning with breath, presence, and a willingness to listen. I bless the blank spaces ahead of me, the places not yet shaped, the moments not yet known, the possibilities still finding their form. I carry forward the wisdom of what has been lived, but I do not drag the weight of what is complete. I honor the past without letting it decide the future. And I ask for guidance that is steady and true, for clarity that unfolds at the pace of trust, for courage that does not require force, for discernment that protects my energy. May my body feel safe as this year moves through me. May my nervous system trust the rhythm of becoming. May I know when to act and when to wait. I bless my capacity to choose with intention, to place my energy where it can grow, to stay devoted to what feels alive, and to release what no longer asks for my presence. May the right people find their way to me. May the right opportunities recognize me. May reciprocity, integrity, and care meet me where I stand. I do not ask this year to be perfect. I ask it to be honest. I ask to meet it awake, rooted, and sovereign. I open myself to what is ready to meet me. I walk forward one moment at a time, and I welcome this year as a living relationship, not a destination to conquer. And so it begins. Take a deep breath in here and out. May you remember that this year does not ask to be carried all at once. May it meet you gently, one breath at a time. May your days be enough, and may your rhythm steady you. May your nervous system learn that returning is not failure, that it is care. May the small practices hold you when motivation fades. May presence replace pressure. May consistency grow from kindness, not force. And when you lose your center, as we all do, may you know how to come back without shame. May this year live through your body, through ordinary moments, through the quiet choices you make again and again. Go gently. Live the reset. And may what you've touched here walk with you into your day. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Take a deep breath in and out. Open your eyes and bring all that yumminess into this present moment. I hope this series really got you excited for what is to come this year. And if you missed any point, any episode in this series, please go back and visit the ones you missed. I hope that it prepped your nervous system to be ready for what we're entering into. So we have a next series that will be coming up is an activation series. So once we enter with the with the fire horse, what is coming through, we're going to be activating our personal portals, which is the chakra systems. So I think it's going to be really cool. But that's going to be the next series to get us going with the new year energy. So I hope you're excited. Again, if you have been following this podcast and love the episodes, please feel free to share with your loved ones. Invite people to come and subscribe and listen as well. Share the episodes with your loved ones so that they can also receive the blessing. Thank you so much. I hope you have received more of your soul today. I hope you have received more of yourself through this process. From my heart to yours. Until next time. Happy New Year.